It's the book of Acts, chapter 14, and verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to call Elohim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rachahakodash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Akwat out there listening and learning, and Lord willingly, this is edified. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, and the land of other nations appearing like the other nations, but subscribe to this truth. To you, I say Shalom. This is the brother Yahusap, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit, through the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. This lesson is inspired through the Spirit on a video that popped up on social media, and it was a powerful video. So I will play it because it's like exhortation, it's, to exalt brothers, because I know I tend to go into certain things that I've been through, or, and, I'm not meant, when I say certain things, it's not meant to discourage Jake. If anything, you would. I mean, it depends on how you look at things, though. Some people might see a glass with half full, and some people might say it was half empty and be feeling some kind of way about it. Or some people be grateful that it's half full. But if I can speak on some shit that it's like, damn, that's fucked up, but then I'm still striving and pushing, that should give you strength to say, damn, this got to be the truth. But again, the elder said something, and lightweight, out of all the things I'm hearing, that cut the most. Because, believe it or not, we responsible. Like, I do got people listening to me, and I don't know how many is actually brothers in the camps. I know it's a Jake that reached out, and I've seen him on the comment boards of when I was a part of the camp. I was trying to put him on to going out. I was gonna show him where the Cleveland camp at. But he never responded back. I know he'd be watching my videos. I don't know who this Jake is. So, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to lead nobody astray. Salakia, if I, again, I will try to be more mindful of that. But at the same time, what comes out is the spirit. That's why certain times brothers like delete certain videos. Like, I'm just now getting in the habit of trying to do that. Because, this word is precious, and we are in samples, to, believers. I got my theories on certain things. like Sentinels, huh? Right? Well, I'm a Sentinel too, But seriously though, it's a spirit right now of fear going throughout Israel because there's a lot of spirits out here, that spirit of, Jacob's trouble. But I read that Acts 14 and verse 22, it says confirming. Go into this word confirm.
Strong's G 1991 episterizo.
Says to strengthen. It says to establish, besides strengthen more, to render more firm, confirm. So pretty much, each brother is to build up each other's brother's faith. Scriptures talk about a brother is built for adversity, but woe to him that pretty much fall by himself, because he had nobody to help him up. I know I probably made two scriptures and one Salakia for that, so I'm not trying to change the scriptures. But, in scriptures talk about, brothers and two men building and whatnot. And we are building. I'm not building inside the camp, I watched the brother, I'm not going to say no names, I've already stated I'm not, why, Daniel chapter 12 talk about that. The righteous will understand, but the wicked won't understand, I understand my lot, And, at the end of the day, I guess my lot was specifically set up for me because I didn't get butt hurt. I got butt hurt because, again, the scriptures talk about a lot of things, how you're supposed to treat a brother, how you're supposed to do this, how you're supposed to do that. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't always been the best brother, so that's why I accepted certain things when certain shit happened to me. But at the same time, it's like come on, it's a lot of shit. If you think I'm talking too much, well, damn, I ain't talked enough because it's a lot of shit. If I was trying to shit on the truth or whatnot, after what took place, and I still said the truth, I could be bugged out, butt hurt. Go start saying demonic names, which is scary because the brother had a dream about a war. Somebody, he had spiritual power on the left hand side. I said, oh shit. And I met a war. Damn, the demon that was on me jumped up. What the fuck? I hold the shit. Now that was like one of the scariest things I've ever seen. I told the brother that. I said, damn, you know what I mean? Like, because he was a powerful brother, and they was like, brothers was going into how, you know, he was losing the, I ain't gonna say losing the oil, but, you know, he used to make tinctures. It was like they was losing their potency. That's scary. Like, again. And then now for this brother that had that video about, just dream about you had men that he know was in, you know, the camp. Because that brother's in the whole totally different camp, but they all brothers because we all believe the same doctrine. Now, the crazy part is this, though. I still preach the truth, and I haven't changed the doctrine, but yet still I'm outcast. And the Lord even used the elder to explain to me why is that, because I was getting offended by it at first. I'm like, what the fuck? But then it's the scripture to talk about that. Like, basically, you're supposed to have the counsel, and if a person doesn't, accept, the counsel, then you pretty much put them out like a publican or a heathen. And publicans was hated. I didn't properly do it correctly, but to show you how crazy this shit was, I done did. Why am I having a counsel over some shit? Me actually, when I did it properly, I didn't do this in front of everybody. I pulled you to the side, asked you. You did something. I asked you why, and you cussed me out. The fuck? And that's still the will of the Lord. It ain't necessarily I care about what motherfuckers said, but if you think that little of me to talk shit, but then you can ask me in the next breath, be a brother and help me, like the fuck? I'm so tired of niggas. Why do you think I came in the truth? And we got niggish ways. I've done some nigga shit in this truth. I ain't did no. I'm doing this and doing that because it's not against the scriptures, but it's against Esau law. No. But as far as being 100% on the truth, no. It's ways you're supposed to treat your brother. It's a lot. It's go beyond just going out on camping. It's go beyond just doing video. It's beyond all that. And that's what makes this, the brother's dream so terrifying, because you don't know if you got it or not. His brother just did a video similar to that one. So that show you how spiritual it was, because his brother just did a video about like it's not fair. At the end of the day, the Lord we thinking this might be very well a year, but the Lord could say it could be the end of DJ Trump's presidency. It's whatever the fuck the Lord want to do it. So what, you gonna give up now? That ain't very soldierly. And that's why the brothers has been in the spirit, because Jake getting weak, and they not even out there teaching. Talking about some Jacob trouble. Shit. At the end of the day, like, don't you see what this man... You thinking there's this trouble bid or whatever, like literally they about to fuck with all of us is not doing well. You hear the brothers' voices when they talk about, how the economy is and how fucked up this rulership is and how, motherfuckers working 2 or 3 jobs and just all this whole crazy shit. DJ Trump and Elon Musk about to bring the pain. They about to start cutting a lot of these programs. Jake that get food stamps and shit, that's about to be affected. They're showing you that with DJ Trump talking about, if the guy paid child support, the woman can't claim the kids. And that might be true because they changing the tax codes. He talking about starting an external, you got the Internal Revenue Service, and now you about to start an External Revenue Service. This nigga not playing. It didn't come inside. I watched the video, the nigga say 200 executive orders. And I know about some of them, but man, it's a term when I used to work in construction. They say, get her done. Esau be like, get her done. Get it done. Get it done, DJ. Go, DJ. The fuck? It says, confirming the souls through tribulation. So lucky I ain't mean to do that.
Strong's G 2347. Thlipsis.
Say oppressing together, pressure. Oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. So of course we're going to go through a time of Jacob's trouble, because it said through much tribulation, a time of pressing, affliction, straits. What's that, Matthew chapter 7, the straight gate? a path to difficulty. And if you're not willing to bear that, you're not fit for having a scepter and a crown in the kingdom. Only the kings and the, you know what I mean? Like the Lord got certain spirits. Certain spirits is going to accept this and just walk that straight gate. Certain spirits is not. And if you in a spirit like that now, you might, like, because again, this shit going to get, the whole thing is they using fear as a weapon. You know what I mean? They made people fear a visible boogeyman and go take some shit that you literally, they told you it was a fucking experiment. Fuck would you do that for? The witchcraft that strong? I know niggas that was on drugs that was like, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like the fight. Then you wonder, man, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. So the point of this lesson is because literally, I saw this video on Facebook, and I'm gonna say fair use, fair use. I'm not profiting off this. I'm just gonna line up some scriptures with the video. Lord Willie is edified. Salakia. Okay, so fair use, fair use.
There was these two brothers. They was fighting real bad. Their dad came outside and said, "What's the problem?" The older brother said, "Man, LJ won't give me the keys to the car and I'm trying to go somewhere." Then LJ said, "Dad, well, Mike, he know I have somewhere to be and he's not giving me the keys. We both have somewhere to be, so who get the car?" The dad looked, he said, "Y'all better stop fighting." He said, "Y'all both have somewhere to go? Y'all both want to take the car? Then y'all gonna race for it." The big brother looked, said, "Yeah, I got this. I'm about to leave you." The younger brother was like, "Dad, you want me to race my older brother for the car? He runs track, Dad. You know I'm not gonna win." The daddy said, "Race him." So they lined up. On your mark, get set, go. As they was running, the big brother had to leave. He was gone. He left the younger brother. And as the younger brother was running, he noticed that his dad put out some hurdles. So he had to jump over the hurdles. His dad placed some weights in his way. So then he had to move the weights. His dad had a mountain climbing wall. So then he had to climb up the wall. And when he got down to the finish line, he noticed his brother had already crossed the line and he was waiting. When he got there, he looked at his dad and he was like, "Dad, he won. That wasn't fair. He didn't have any obstacles, but I did." His dad said, "Well, the race isn't over, son. You see right there, there's a boulder on your side and his. And I need both of you guys to move that boulder by yours. And whoever moves it can get the key." The older brother looked at the younger brother again, thinking to himself, "Oh, I got this." He began to push the boulder and it did not move. But out of nowhere, when the younger brother began to push the boulder, it moved, and it moved with ease. He looked at his dad and he said, "Dad, I'm finished. I did a great job." The dad gave the younger brother the keys. The older brother looked at the dad, was upset like, "Dad."
You know, that's deep because when you, I mean, you know, a spiritual brother going to see this for what it is. I'm probably even sending this to somebody. But, you know, the keys to the kingdom.
"What was that about?" He said, "Son, I want you to take this lesson. See, your race was easy. You didn't go through anything. So when you got through the finish line, you was weak. But because your brother went through some things, he had to move some way. He had to jump over some hurdles. He developed strength. And it was strength he needed to complete the task. Sometime God will allow obstacles and pain to come into your life so he can give you the strength you need to finish the task." Send this to one person.
And I might do that because again, that was a very powerful thing. You know, I remember, you know, I've been through a lot of little things in the truth, but I know I didn't handle them the correct way. You watching Jake sit up there and have fun, smiling, he got all the bitches you had, you know, you just having your way. And then Jake talking about they there for you, but Jake, you know, I'm not saying they wasn't. I'm just saying, like, again, how you gonna tell me what I needed you to be, how I needed you? Fuck. You know, so it's like, again, I love the brotherhood. I love the truth. You know. And it's crazy to be the solitary brother because we used to triple it. It was one particular brother, the head of the camp, the former head, that was very solitary. But your lot might be in the truth that you amongst brothers, but your lot might be to be solitary. You might fear that more than anything. And that might be what the Lord might fucking do. is you still gonna hold on to the truth. Tenacity. The elder did a video about that. Is you gonna still hold on? So get this real quick. Because at the end of the day, the Lord will try you, but the trying isn't for your destruction. He's building you up for the days of adversity. One of the things that I'm grateful for, that I learned to accept and be grateful for, I'm glad the Lord took everything away from me. Now, I got children now, and I didn't then, and I always thought, well, like, boom, I'm going to have the demon. This bitch that sent me to jail 20,000 times. That bitch ain't even concerned about the kid. She just want to talk to him. Bitch ain't trying to help take care of him, none of that. I say this about a joke. So you know what I did? And that's what the Lord, I had to completely cut it off. I'm not about to argue about this shit with you. You sent me to jail 35,000 times, now you don't even take care of your kid. But Jake talk about you upset about something. Like the fuck, like Jake, stop. You know what I mean? Again, you got certain Jake that the Lord favored enough that they don't have women issues. You see that. Pray that the Lord don't turn her into a demon when the shit get. Ooh, like I said, make me think of that show Tales from the Dark Side. He thinking this kid's regular, she the damn demon, the kid's demon. I was like, wow, that shit stuck with me since I was like 8 years old. I'm 46. No, do not despise the chastisement of the Lord, So I'm grateful that the Lord made me homeless, because certain individuals haven't had the I ain't gonna say opportunity, but haven't had to go through, we all go through shit. But what I'm saying is like losing, like, you know what I mean? Like, I watched Jake that's used to having certain things. I remember one Jake was talking like he ain't never had to ask a brother to help him get a car. He was always just, and now he had to like piece up, like it was when my last car fucked up. Brothers pieced up and helped me get another car. And they helped him as well. Like we all did. Like that's how we, the brotherhood. He was just shocked on that. That's showing you the Lord having brothers depend on one another more and more. And I remember the elder brother, the head was sitting up there one day. He just in the chat he said some of you brothers is not really like being given to the body. He said the Lord see that. The spirit jumped on him to say that, because the Lord do say that. He got a spirit on Jake, like, man. And the way I got a suspicious mind, right? So it's like, again, the Lord set me up a certain kind of way. I have a difficult lot, and I'm a difficult individual. That's why I don't even really judge Jake on certain shit. Like, he snapped. You know what I mean? Like, I got through that exterior. But it's easy to say you changed, but did you really change? You know what I'm saying? I've always been difficult, so don't feel bad. My daddy was, I'm gonna say it for what it is. I love my daddy, just because I say shit or you take it in the wrong context, but I know who my daddy really was. My daddy, he took everything, like from when I was in school, every time I got in trouble, suspended, and waited until I was grown and handed me that shit. Like, but then my daddy was doing certain shit that you wonder why the fuck, the Lord is not mocked. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be a demon, but then don't think that you gonna get some demonic shit back? I used to treat women with a certain kind of way. Why do you think I got all these girls? This book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse, I'm gonna start at verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, because it's people watching the race. You got the Most High, first and foremost, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Then you got, Yahushua, our big brother. Then you got the Allahayim. Then you got, individuals that listen to us. You got brothers in other camps. I know for a fact. It says sentinels. I mean, I used to like that song by Dr. Dre on The Chronic. They watch it. The Watcher. One of my favorite characters in Marvel was the Watcher. And he never did nothing like gangster or like he never killed. He was just powerful. He sat back and watched. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Because we are in a race. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you build yourself, I mean, you start with a decent pace, and you want to stay at the consistent pace that you was, because it's a marathon. You know, you got men that's been running for decades, or you got certain men that just came in the truth now. And the thing is more required of the men that just coming in. But I'm sure the spirit got everything figured out. So I'm sure brothers that just coming in, they got a deeper understanding or something to be able to keep, because that's why the scriptures talk about every man was given a penny, which is the kingdom. You had some being labor longer than others, but we all are seeking the penny for the kingdom. We all, as long as you're doing the work, you're going to receive the kingdom. Verse 2, looking unto Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus, Yahushua Mashiach, the author and finisher of our faith, because Yahushua showed us that he could do it, or we could do it rather. It could be done, you know. You know, he overcame the world, which when you go into the word overcome is to be like a champion, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. And that was his, you know, his glory. That was his reward. He overcame, and basically now he's able to sit at the, you are powered, and you sitting at the right hand side of the ultimate power. The Ancient of Days, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Verse 3, for consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint your minds. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. But we coming into them times where we about to come into persecution. I did a video earlier with Donald Trump, pretty much one of the executive orders is he's about to go after criminal groups. But what is considered a criminal group? Anything that's against the system. You know, you got, what's that Southern Poverty Law Center, when you talk about hate groups. Well, criminal group, hate group, you know. And what's a criminal group? Whatever they deem to be, you know, criminal. I mean, I'm 46 years old, right? I saw a lot of stuff, right? I've never seen politics be the way they is. I can't recall an inauguration where entertainers was performing. You know, I was watching this one particular guy, I think it's channel's Truth Seeker, and he was going into, I was watching Redacted. Well, I was listening to Redacted. And they was talking about, I think George Washington inauguration, he said 134 words. This inauguration got fucking entertainers. This shit ain't over with. So we coming into the time of, you know, striving for this truth or the death, because great persecution about to come, which is all scriptural. Verse 5, and ye have forgotten the exoneration which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastising or chastening of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. So when the Lord actually like taking you through your different trials and tribulations, you know, don't despise it, you know, don't fall out about it, you know, endure it. We are being.
Strong's G 3809. Paideia.
You know, it's a brother did a video. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I bet to. There's so much going on, but he was going into like sculpting and suffering. So I got one called, this is going to be called Forge for the Furnace. Because if you are the elect, everything that you going through is actually to put you in the proper spirit, mindset. You know, when you think of certain movies like Conan the Barbarian, you know, the antagonist pretty much created Conan. So he was so wicked, like literally he created, the Lord had him do something that created his nemesis to destroy him. You know, when you take, I remember when the elder brother broke that down. He was like, take time to think about the awesomeness and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is so powerful. He created his enemy to destroy it. I was like, damn, that's deep, ain't it?
Strong's G 3809. Paideia. Paideia.
It was deep. My brother used to say something, and I told you my brother a nigga, but he used to sit up there and wonder. He was like, well, damn, if Satan is the Messiah, Salaki, if Satan is the Most High God's son, he was like, he don't get it. If he created him, he got to be his son. Why he don't just destroy him? My brother used to question that shit. Now, but the Lord won't give him the truth. That's scary. You like just caught in limbo. You like me right now. Ain't that so? Well, no, I ain't gonna say that because again, I'm just being tried. I know I'm being tried, and I'm still in the loop with certain things. The spirit be still dealing. So I pray the Lord don't take that away because I know this. Well, the Lord take away the spirit, you don't know what the fuck you gonna do. Oh, this is the truth. Like when the elders was coming out with the videos, Jake leaving the truth and shit. Oh, this was really the truth. Because that's scary. Jake just had an epiphany. That demon got his ass today. Playing mental chess with his ass. Got him there. Oh, you fucked up now. Opened up and let them move that paw too far. You know what I'm saying? Now that bishop, no, I mean, I'm just saying, you could use a boxing analogy too. But the point is, like, yeah, He up there, oh yeah, that ain't the truth. This is the truth. I forgot what scripture he came with. I was like, wow. Like the elder was saying, at what point in time you believe this though? So how much did you really believe? If you could just change your belief system easily like that, and that's one of the reasons why you go through your different trials and tribulations, because the Lord is supping with you. When I was homeless, I know for a fact it was the Lord that got me through that. That's why I was like, well, you know what? That's one of the main reasons why I left. I was up there feeling like, damn, I'm turned into a demon. Like, I don't want to secretly, and I can't tell him I feel this way because nobody gives a fuck. So I was like, well, shit, what I'm going to do? I'm going to end up burning myself out of the truth. And then the Lord kill me. No, I'm going to get, out of sight, out of mind. And then the beautiful part about it is, now I'm like, well, damn, I miss the brothers. I love the brothers. So, they talk about, it's a saying about how absence makes the heart grow fonder. Hey, what I want? Salakia. Chastising. It says show biblical usage. It says the whole training and education of children, which reflects the cultivation of minds and morals. Cultivate culture. Employs for this purpose now commands and admonishes. You try to rear or raise your children up in a certain kind of way, so you chastise them in order, or you did this, that was wrong. Instructions which aim at increasing virtue. Chastisement, chastity of the evils with which the Most High visits men for their amendment. Damn, that's beautiful. Chastisement, chastity of the evil. So the Lord said the evils with which the Most High visits men for their amendment. Because basically when you go into the second Ezra and talk about, the Lord, amendment means to change. So the Lord will send these evils to basically make you change your behavior. Like a parent will. You being bad or hard-headed and shit, you whoop their ass in order to literally set them straight. Put them back on the straight gate, the path of, the straight and narrow, was a saying that they used. I remember Dick Gregory, fucking demonic ass, sit up there. He was all in the army and all that old shit. He been sold out to Esau. That nigga sitting up there talking about, oh yeah, the Bible talking about chastising, talking about whooping the kid. No, you ain't supposed to whoop a kid. Fuck is you talking about? Nigga, it talk about the rod. Like the scriptures talk about a rod. It's the same kind of rod. You just why you think you got these little gremlins now? I grew up where you was able to get whooped, your ass get whooped. They purposely did that. Like, don't get me wrong, kids was still bad. You could get to a point where certain kids just got a spirit where the whoopers ain't mean and shit. But at the same time, though, it ain't like this generation. Because back then, even with my fucked up generation, guess what? They still had morals, certain shit we were going to do. Even if a nigga is in the street, I know niggas right now that is been locked up and they ain't gonna tell. went to jail, not gonna tell. Like this, that's some form of integrity. These people nowadays don't got no fucking integrity at all. So that's why you gonna see cannibalism. You gonna see these niggas nowadays, these young niggas is robbing the old people. And the elder said, they showed your generation, they put it and instilled in you not to give a fuck. Like my generation, I grew up, my grandmother had Alzheimer's. I was like fucking 10 watching over my grandmother. Because it was instilled in us to still care for the elderly. These younger Jakes don't give a fuck. And Jake broke that down. He was like, it's different generations. We all are products of Babylon. So we read it. And ye have forgotten the exoneration which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastising of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Let's look up the word faith.
Strong's G 1590. Ekluo. Ekluo.
To loose, unloose, to set free, to dissolve, to weaken, relax, exhaust. To have one's strength relaxed, to be enfeebled through exhaustion, to grow weak, grow weary, be tired out. To despise, become faint-hearted. That's spiritual because that's why a lot of brothers go traveling. I was just watching the one brother, he a beloved brother. It's crazy too because I was supposed to link up with that brother right before I left the camp. Like John Jake probably didn't even know I left. Like I left because like I said, now I'm telling why. I felt Satan on it. So it was spirits within all that. I'm over there like Satan wanted me to be the demon. I'm watching Jake move some kind of way. Like I'm like, no, it's not about talking, but again, you want me to help you or die for you, nigga. If you in a spirit, if you a nigga spirit, why the fuck? And again, I understand. I've been a nigga this thing too, and sometimes nigga is embraced, and sometimes you got nigger and nigga. I don't want to be around those 2/3 ass niggas. They like flat out. I might deal with some like little goofy ass women in the world to a degree. To a degree, but I ain't like, no, fuck these niggas. Fuck Esau, fuck these niggas, fuck these, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't like, and Lord be messing with me, but I mean, like, I had a young Jake at the job, and I was trying to put him on to the truth. And, he was listening, he was real respectful, but, he didn't get like the Lord didn't want that nigga. Like, flat out. Like, nigga, you up here trying to chase and worship money. And then the funny part is, he didn't really accept it, and I seen that, and then pretty much they used him for like 2 weeks to work at the job, and they got rid of him. Because you rejected the truth. The Lord rejected his ass. Verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Let's go to that word, scourgeth.
Strong's G 3146. Mastigao. Mastigao. Thayer's Lexicon. Related entry. Mastizo. Mastizo.
So scourge is like the whip. That's spiritual right there. Dick Gregory told you ain't supposed to whip the child. He said the Jewish method of scourging as described in Mishnah was by the use of 3 thongs of leather, the offender receiving 13 stripes on the bare breast and 13 on each shoulder. The 40 stripes save 1. And then you go into the account of Yahushua making the cat of 9 tails with the whip and whipping their ass. He scourged them. And that's so powerful because when you go into it, the scriptures talk about that was a part of the prophecy. He's going to be so zealous for the Lord. But then you got Christians don't even know about that though. The Lord is all love. He loved the Lord so much he whooped their ass. So if the Lord dealing with you, He gonna take you through some shit because He's preparing you for what you need for your lot. And I used to not really understand that, but eventually the Lord gave it. I'm gonna be honest. Jake might say I know certain little thing, and I do. We all do. That's why even Jake, that I used to be like, oh, he don't know shit, or he. I ain't gonna say I ain't say it like he know shit. I would say because he's young, he's inexperienced. But Jake, you see the Lord dealing with certain brothers just based on what they be knowing and stuff and what they bring out and all that. So but the Lord, like I said again, He taking you through something. He dealing with you like you are His child. So that's a good thing, because He's preparing you for your. I forgot who made mention of it. They said the Lord pretty much designed all our personal hells. You got the good woman, or you got this demonic bitch because the Lord personally gave you that. It's so crazy because I grew up without my mother in the household, and my children did as well. That's how heavy that curse was with me. And I could have been probably brought another woman around her, but like I said, I watched how Satan got to the woman I was dealing with last through some brotherhood type stuff. So it's like, I remember what Jake said up there, saying we gonna keep our women at home. Because the demons be jumping from. It's like that movie with Denzel Washington, Falling. Spirit jumping from boom, 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 boom. That's why brothers like to be amongst brothers, because they purge them spirits off of Jake. Clean the spirit. So Salaki, I've been rambling a little bit. Let me go ahead and come out with these few last scriptures. Don't despise the chastisement of the Lord, because again, it's all, for your betterment. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4. And I used to do it. I keep on just saying me, myself. I'm speaking of myself first and foremost. Now I'm to the point, I heard Jake make a statement. He said he learned how to suffer. This, me doing what I did, because at the end they only one I have for sure is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. I mean, the elders, of course, they a lot more spiritually mature. You know what I mean? And we emotional, be emotional. I heard Jackson there, I'll fight you. Yeah, I think we all try to fight, but then like I said, we supposed to be in the spirit of not trying to fight each other. Like I said, like what about Jake that get into a fist fight? You supposed to be brother enough that you supposed to be able to shake hands afterwards. If that's what happened. But you shouldn't even be fighting your brother in the first fucking place. Right? So this is the things that And like I said, I've always been, the way I am, that's why I was able to see the bullshit at that school with the whole Satan trying to get me in. So when I see shit, I sidestep that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I see some shit in the street, I'm going to walk on the other side of the street. I ain't going to last minute try and cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we going to go get all the fuck away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit you got going on, like I said, that's scary too. Because like I said, again, like I'm watching little shit, I'm like, damn, the Lord, I have Jake thinking he all the way on point. You going to fuck off. Brother just said a scripture that I'm going to have to re-listen to the video. But he was like, like you supposed to say something when you see your brother going off. That's a form of fucking love. Then it's so funny. Want to hear something funny? I still laugh at to this day. I was supposed to be going off about trying to like basically like watch over the brother's spirit. But then that same brother that was running back telling everybody, oh, he doing this, he doing that, wanted me to talk to another brother because the Lord was giving him what he was giving me. What he was doing to me, somebody that basically he was over was doing to him. I was like, damn, ain't this funny? Something like, why am I talking to him if I was going off? Fuck you want me to talk to him for? Lord is funny than a motherfucker. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Behold, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. Because we about to be tried. So yes, you going to have to go through Jacob's trouble. And that's for your refinement. To make you perfect. I wish I'd have got that earlier. You know how powerful I'll probably be. Like, like a Super Saiyan. Like, goddamn. Because I've been through some shit, right? So, not saying nobody else haven't, but I'm saying I know I didn't deal with it properly. Like, bitching up, crying. But that shit do be hurting, though. Like, fucking, I heard brothers say, oh. It been. I remember I worked with these Edomites one time, and I was catching some hell, and then these devils was really racist and shit. So, I used to run from my problems. I start getting high or drunk or something like that. I'm coming to that bitch, you know what I mean? And they out there like, and then I started like certain little shit happening. So they used to start saying little shit. I caught a case at the time. This is years and years ago. Like so long story short, they like, when you going through some shit, it seems like the whole world ended. The dog leave, the bitch leave, everything. And then next thing you know, the Lord fix it. Then the dog come back, bitch sit up there, call you. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't the end of the world. That basically they was saying. But guess what though? We at the end of the world. So fuck holding on to this shit. I'm gonna hold on to the Lord. 1 foot in the world. We gotta have 1 foot in the world and 1 foot out because of the fact, we supposed to be spiritually Clark Kents and Supermans, but at the same time, it's they already know who is who. Now, I'm not saying do nothing foolish at all. Just 10 toes down. I'm an Israelite. Do that when you gotta go through your lot. Do that when the Lord might put you in a situation where, okay, you might not be able to feed your family because you don't want to pretty much bow down to the system. Do that. I'm an Israelite then. You know what I'm saying? Like the elder said. You want to use this or use that, this shit. Use the name. Shit. Like the fight. That's a demon. Like I said, that's how powerful them demons is though. But it's a low level demon though. Like that's scary. So you don't know if it's really he sold out or if it's a demon fucking with him. Like pride is a motherfucking thing. Like I mean, you don't know how prideful that guy had to be. That's public record of oh yeah, you make or your organization brought in this amount of money. It's public knowledge of how much your network is. But just because on paper say you worth that much doesn't mean that's how much you worth. Motherfuckers, it's all kind of tax schemes and ways. Like, and once you get a certain amount of money in that system, they show you and teach you that shit. Beloved, I think it's like it. 1 Peter 4:12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Verse 13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy, because it's a reward for our suffering. Just like Yahweh Shah was rewarded when he, bared his lot. So like it, James chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High and the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. Yeah, I said scattered abroad. So prove it to you that the 12 tribes of Israel are all around the earth. Verse 2, my brother, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, going through your trials and tribulations. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. How can you know that you accomplished anything? Like if you watch them ancient or the old kung fu movies, like you was constantly being I think about the elders, like how he have the after cap videos or after caps studies. He'll just pick somebody, boom, the spirit jump on him, or pick him and put him on the spot, test him. He's constantly trying you. The Lord is dealing with the elders, man. Like that's beautiful that I even can say that I met like the brothers say the friends of the prophet. He say, I believe those men are the prophets to the Holy Spirit. I believe the elders are the prophet. So if I was to take a guess or speak as a man and say if anybody I know should have a spot on the chairs, it would be the elders. Because those were, sculpted in suffering or, forged for the furnace. They was built to do this. Like the elders made a statement, I still find it funny. He said, what he said? He said, I'm institutionalized to the suffering. That's a little elder funny. Verse 4, But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So the point is, you know, the Lord try you and take you through different trials and tribulations to pretty much build you up for your lot. And you need to learn to accept it. It took me a minute to catch it and accept it, but now I ain't gonna say I'm just ready for everything, but especially now, I know I ain't got. I mean, the Lord can do anything. The Lord can use a fucking heathen to help me in the day. But I do know this, like I said again, I did what I did because again, this is not just about doing videos or nothing. It's a code of conduct we supposed to have, especially with one another. And even for the good or the bad, the Lord allows her. Scriptures talk about that, brothers and brothers. That scripture about how you go gather the good and the bad all in one day. So everybody in this truth ain't fucking right. And ultimately, the Lord revealed to me that this was just my trial of my faith. I got sifted. Now we gonna see you. How much do you believe that? And the crazy part is, I'm not even gonna bring it all the way out. But right before I left the cap, we had a study, group chat, and brothers would actually constantly iron sharpen iron. And I was into history. I like to, so I would ask questions. Who is this prophet? Who is this man? What man did this? What, what I mean? And, because I got a bad memory. I don't remember scriptures like that. I mean, I do and I don't, I mean, I can listen. I mean, I was listening, but, that's just the way the Spirit created me. But I put something in the group chat right before, and I bet you Jake don't remember, but I didn't realize why I did it. Just one day I was like, certain brothers into anime. And I put it in there, and then right after, then like a week or two later, like all this took place. Vocab, I knew Vocab was coming though. I was like, this nigga's a demon, and he's a demon. Like, I mean, he make you want to do something carnally to him, but to show you how spiritual brothers is, like, I mean, this man, he came and then guess what? It was the so-called Christians that was getting carnal. So yeah, that could have turned real ugly. Like, I mean, like, and that was low level, because guess what? They about to try to turn that shit up now, because we in time of persecution. It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 4. So like it. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 7, and it reads 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. At least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a thorn of the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me. At least I should be exalted above measure. Because again, scriptures talk about knowledge puffeth up, and the elder always goes into how the Lord was really supping with Paul. That's why Paul got all the books in the New Testament. But the Lord, because pride puffeth up, didn't want to allow Paul to get, Paul was already a certain type of individual. Remember he was a Pharisee of the Pharisees, and he was a master of the law. And then now Yahushua personally suffering with him, like the Spirit dealing with him. So he had an ailment. He had something that he couldn't just really be like. He had something that kept his attention. Like, damn, something. Now it could be something physical. It could have been a demon. It could be an ailment. It could be anything. We don't know. And if you really want to know, or we'll have the understanding of that in the kingdom. But brothers got like brothers got thorns. I heard the elder mention it like that. I remember one time I told the brother that, because I was like, "Dad, I got the issues with the woman, the motherfucking this, the that, and I got a health issue." I said, "Then what the Lord doing? Why he doing me like this?" But I didn't look at it like that. The Lord may be favoring you, and He know who's built for what. I remember the elder said that. He said, he did. If he wanted those stocky, like Roddy Coleman and those different bodybuilders that the elder named, he said that he didn't get the strong men like that because he didn't want them. Because this isn't a thing about physical strength. It's spiritual strength. And that's what the whole point of that breakdown with the, if you faint the day of adversity, your strength is small. Because your strength is supposed to be your spiritual strength. Eddie Griffin made a statement about that. He was like, Bruce Lee was so small. Bruce Lee, my brother, a lot of Jake liked Bruce Lee because of his spirit. That's why I believe he was a Jake. But when you go to Bruce Lee was like only like 130 pounds, 135 pounds. But the motherfucker knocked down his punching bag it was a specially built punching bag. It wasn't like a regular, like I don't know how much weight a regular punching bag is, but his was like double. And if you ever see footage of him, he'll hit that bitch and that bitch will swing. Because his spirit. He was a small frame, but a big ass spirit. Eddie Griffin broke that down. Eddie Griffin probably could have a lot of money, but I don't think he gonna do everything with the money. So you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think everybody sold out. That's my opinion, because the Lord got all this. I used to think everybody was a part of the Illuminati. When I went through, I said everybody a devil. The fuck. I'm looking at everybody, but then I realized certain people was just pawns being used. And I'm going to reread it. 2 Corinthians 12:7. And at least I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations. There was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me. At least I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord, Yahweh Shai thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. We literally are low level in the society, but the scriptures talk about that. You make you think of Doctor Strange, where you had the individual. Doctor Strange was supposed to be. He was very proud because he was talented and yada yada yada, and then he lost the one thing that's supposed to have him talented, and then he couldn't master conjuring because he fucked up his hands. And then, he got humbled because they brought a guy that was missing a hand and he was able to do it. Because he was in the spirit. We ended with this. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 30. Starting at verse 18, and it reads that therefore will the Lord Yahweh shall wait that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted. Because at the end of the day, the scriptures talk about the Lord is not going to give his glory unto another. So I got to learn to decrease, even if, the spirit got to come out. So that's lately I've been deleting certain videos. It ain't about what I've been through or what I feel. It's about the truth, though. Like I say, Jake is right about that. I don't try to make it about me and just come out that way, So Salaki, y'all, about you out shot. But again, when I bring up me with all I've been through, and somebody else might be like, "Well, damn, that ain't about that," because this is the truth. The Lord took me to all that, and I'm like, "Damn, I know this is the truth." So all I can fully depend on is the Lord. I think if I reached out to the elders in a bad situation, they'll look out. Because I still believe, that's the point, I still do what I was doing when I was in the cap. And therefore will the Lord Yahweh shall wait that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord Yahweh is a God of judgment. Oh, that's beautiful. Damn, Salaki. Blessed are all they that wait for him. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry, when he shall hear it. He will answer thee Verse 20, and though the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eye shall see thy teachers, and thine ear shall hear a word behind thee say, which is the Spirit, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. You know, that represented the Spirit and its truth. You know, we see our teachers on the unicorn horn, the internet. You know, because I never went to, you know, the Big Apple. I never met them being in person. I remember when I met the brother that introduced me to the brothers in Cleveland. You know, he ended up passing away, and he was so. Well, I guess because it was a whole thing going on. But he literally went up to New York trying to find the elders. Now, I don't know if he did or he didn't. That's only between him and the Lord. But at the end of the day, that's how zealous he was for it. Now, I remember brother sitting up there talking about how he didn't really know too many breakdowns. But yet still, we all call that man a man of Yahweh Shai, because he brought so many brothers into the truth. His brothers that's still in the camp that he brought in. So, yeah, we going through this adversity, but the adversity is to actually like mold you and temper you for what's going to actually be your moment to actually secure your crowd for real. And I didn't see that before, but I appreciate the water Yahweh Shai that he allowed me to see it now. So I pray that he never takes the spirit off me. I don't know if I'm going to get beamed up or not, but I know this. I hate this place enough to watch this bitch fall. You know, the scriptures talk about that in the book of Sirach, you know. Enjoy your children or the fall of your enemy. And I don't enjoy my children on this side. But I know wholeheartedly I'm going to enjoy the fall of this fucking devil's kingdom. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kodash. Double honors to the elders, to the apostles, to taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth with faith and with sincerity, as well as risking their lives and the freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Shalom to the Akim and the Aquath, to listen and learning. Lord willing, this is edified. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, and the land of other nations appear like the other nations, but who subscribe to this truth. To you, I say shalom. Till next time, Lord willing, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharala, Mawak Lamabor.